I made a conscious choice to follow my heart and my calling. There isn't time to ponder my path because everything I do now is a step towards living my dream. I was a badminton player for about 9 to 10 years, and then at 19, I reached the crossroads to switch sport. My dad pulled me aside after my A-levels and he said, "Look man, I've always known that you wanted to play professional sport, but I'll only let you do it if you choose golf or tennis." One thing I really like about this sport is how they are very open to different styles of play. And as long as you can hit the ball on court and accurately and in a winning strategy sort of fashion, you win and people respect you for that. It's not the style of play, but your effectiveness. There are a few parts that go into a good forehand. The first thing I always remember to do is to hit my stroke from shoulder to shoulder. So I start off with my chin touching my outer shoulder, and as I swing, I make sure I finish with my other shoulder touching my chin. The second thing is to imagine that you're hitting through 3 balls, so you got a good long extension. And the last thing is you remember to finish high. So those 3 parts are part of hitting a good forehand. When I knew I wanted to turn professional, I also knew that I had to put myself out there and in a place that could help me lay the best foundations. So I found an academy in Spain that was one of the best in the world at that time. And I scrimped and saved, worked 3 jobs, borrowed money from friends, just to find enough resource to have a camp there for 3 weeks. The end of 3 weeks turned into 3 months, and the verdict was, yes, you do have what it takes, but you just need a lot more grinding, a lot more hard work, a lot more polishing. I went to the owner of the academy and I said, "Emilio, I have no money, but I do know I would like to stay here and train. Will you give me that chance?" And Emilio was very kind and he did give me that chance. So for the next 1.5 years of my life, I was not the equivalent of a construction worker, but working 12 to 15-hour shifts in the academy just to make ends meet and train at the same time. I started my crowdfunding campaign last year to get the funding and support to help break the WTA rankings this year. But the main motivation behind it was to have a sense of ownership and responsibility to chart your own journey and not expect handouts or support that comes easily, but also to send a message out to the individual person that everyone has a very deep capacity to actually make a difference. However small, but it can be very significant and it can honestly help change someone's life. There are not many of us in Singapore, and because the path is yet to be very beaten, the first thing I would encourage is to never neglect your education. The second thing I would really encourage them to do is to not always think about your present comfort or your present gain. Always have your eye on your vision and your deeper goal, your longer term goal, and believe even when the going gets tough that you're building some things a lot deeper and stronger than your present comfort dictates.